Hello, my name is Katerina and this is my son Arseniy. We are 2 years old now and we have a very rare disease, Pfeiffer syndrome type 2. Well, as far as I know, my child is actually the only one in Belarus who has this particular disease. The main diagnosis is Pfeiffer syndrome. The bones fused incorrectly while still in the womb, and that's where all the problems come from. That means there's not enough space for the brain, it doesn't grow, it puts pressure on the eyes, it pushes and spreads into every available space, you could say, wherever there is any at all. Because of this, our nose is also blocked, our ears don't really hear very well either. They hear, but not as well as we would like. He also can't breathe on his own, that's why he has a tracheostomy. He had muscle tone in his legs, now there's also tone in his arms. Tone means they don't straighten or bend. As for his internal organs, everything is basically fine, there are no defects, nothing. All the tests, everything was perfect for me. They told me about it at 30 weeks, that there was a defect, but they didn't say what kind. So it wasn't clear what was going on. I was looking over the ultrasound pictures from the 12th week. This is the first one, when they did it for me. It was already visible that the head was a bit of the wrong shape, not the way it should be, meaning it was abnormal. They said yes, that it's a spinal hernia and that, well, don't worry, it can all be treated. A week later they called me in for another ultrasound and said that apparently there was some kind of illness. But I also went to breast. There they already suggested that we might have this kind of syndrome. I had to go to breast for a C-section. They admitted me to Pinsk at 35 weeks for bed rest. I fell asleep, my water broke, and they rushed me in for an emergency C-section here in Pinsk. They took the baby out of my belly and immediately took her to be washed. And I said, show him to me. The nurse said, I'll wash him and bring him to you, I'll show you. I started shouting, I even raised my voice. I said, no, show him to me now. I didn't believe until the very end that he was sick. She brought him to me, and that was it. Well, he looked at me. Someone from the medical staff asked me. I didn't really hear who it was. They just asked, are you leaving him with us or taking him with you? I said that I'm taking him with me.
Did you feel any fear when you saw Arseniy?
No. When I saw him, I immediately thought that maybe either I'm special or he's special, but he didn't choose me for nothing. After all, if no one else in our country has children like this, then maybe he really is special. I didn't understand. I thought that maybe he would outgrow all of this, that somehow things would work themselves out and settle down on their own. I guess I didn't even expect that it would be hard. I didn't really count on it being difficult.
Hi. Yeah, Katerina didn't agree to an interview for more than half a year, partly because she was afraid of judgment and negative comments. Please be as respectful as possible, or even better, write something nice. Katerina needs support, including from online strangers. Arseniy still has many surgeries and examinations ahead of him. To help the family, all the details are in the description of this video. To ensure maximum visibility for this story, please like the video to help the boy faster. Thank you.
After giving birth, the psychologist just called me into her office and said, tell me, why did this happen? I asked Arseniy, are you asking me why this happened? You tell me you're the doctor, why did this happen? Well, she started saying that it was my oversight, that most likely it was my fault, and that's it. I just said goodbye, closed the door and left. That's it. Maybe they thought I was some kind of troubled person, that I had some kind of lifestyle, but actually everything's fine with me. We just happened to meet a person like that.
How do people react to you and Arseniy?
It depends too. Well, mostly. I guess everyone is just trying to take a closer look. Someone said, at first Oh my God, how scary. I also had a not so good reaction. I could say a lot of bad things in response to. Then I guess I just started to take it normally. Well, they said it and that's it. And when he showed up, I guess everyone just kind of turned away from him. Well, it's not like they stopped talking to him completely. It's just that all communication was reduced to a minimum. I don't have friends like that, like really close best friends, good ones, whom I could seriously tell something to or trust. Nope.
How did the doctors react when you came to them?
Some were afraid, some didn't react at all. They just glanced sideways and left. Some didn't want to look at all. Well, everyone is different. It probably depends on the person. One doctor told me that your child just, if it's this kind of illness, read the world literature, he won't live past 3 months. We spent the first month in the hospital in Brest, and at 3 months they put in a shunt. It's a little tube in the head so that the excess fluid that was building up could drain out. So when they put in the shunt, they sewed her eyes shut so that he would start crying, get nervous, and his eyes would pop out right away. I mean, they would really bulge out, so I guess they sewed them shut so we wouldn't have to pick them up off the floor and to preserve his vision. They put in a gastrostomy so we could feed. While we were in the hospital, it was mostly formula. Now I've started introducing solid foods, and this is the result. His stomach gets bloated and everything goes through this tube, through the gastrostomy. So I can only give him a few drops of juice with a syringe, just a little bit in his mouth so he doesn't lose the sense of taste. It turned out that his nose was blocked, so they put in a tracheostomy when he was 1 year old. We had surgery to reconstruct the bones of his skull. They actually sawed them and put them back together because they were completely the wrong shape. The shunt was placed in Moscow. The reconstruction of the bones was also done in Moscow. Like I said, I wasn't worried at all. I knew my child was in good hands, truly in good hands. They didn't want to do it in Brest. I mean, maybe the doctors just didn't have the necessary skills, so to speak.
What prognosis did the doctors give, and what are they giving now?
No one is saying anything yet. Our doctor says that Arseniy doesn't have any incurable diseases. Well, again, it's all about time all this time. Everything that depends on me, I'm doing. Yes. He understands everything, he hears everything, he sees clearly. That is, he has a very strong reaction to light. He feels me very strongly. Even though, to be precise, one of his eyes is sewn shut and the other one is partially closed, he probably has this kind of tactile sensation. Because Ksenia is a little sick, nothing has really changed at all between my husband and me. We are doing well, thank God. He understands everything and he helps me whenever he can. I mean, when he's at home. Yes, I also have an older daughter who is now 6 years old. She was 4 when Arseniy was born. She was eagerly anticipating his arrival, having waited for him extensively. And probably the only question she had was, why are his eyes so big? She sees all of this. It's all happening right in front of her. She understands. If it weren't for her, it would probably be really hard for me without her. I wake up with the thought that first and foremost, my children need me. I understand that at least someone needs me in some way, and they give me strength overall. I try, even if I cry, to make sure no one sees it. Probably like everyone else, right now I'm not working. Yes, I'm on maternity leave because my child is only 2 years old.
Are you tired after these 2 years?
No, I'm not tired, not at all. Like I said, I was really waiting for him. I really wanted him. I wanted a boy.
Are you happy now?
Yes, very, honestly.